Shockadoobie.
Calculated.
Shockadoobie.
Slay.
What a save.
So funny.
Hello to all you scatterbrains out there, and welcome to episode 3 of the Scattercast. This is the podcast where 4 young adult friends scatter their brains through fun and serious conversations about life. Today we're kicking things off by just kind of catching up with each other, especially since we did not record on our normal Thursday, so it's been a little bit. So, gang, what's been going on? Chenny, you want to start? What's been up?
Not much, just work. My mom was in town over the weekend, and we took her to an Atlanta United game. Pretty exciting match, 97th minute equalizer to make it 1-1. So pretty hype at the end. And I had my own soccer game this morning, won 17-1. You know, easy does it.
Very nice, very nice. Allie, you had a soccer game today too, right?
I also had a soccer game today, yes, and we won 5-2. That was good. I also went apple picking yesterday, and we were
fun.
gonna carve pumpkins, but we ended up not doing that because someone was running late.
Oh.
But we had
Dang.
like a girl dinner of different butters that we bought from this apple picking farm, and also
Nice.
apple cheese.
Did you make cider?
No, but we drank quite a bit of cider. So.
Nice.
Is we just like people from your program?
None of these people you know.
They're better friends than we are.
No.
Why is that your first question?
I'm just playing.
So competitive.
We need the okay. Competition is good. If I wasn't competitive, we would have lost 17-2. So
I don't think that's true.
No, you would have lost like 13-2.
Yeah, probably. If the math adds up there. Yeah.
Well, what about you, Talia? What's been going on?
Nothing much, I'll be honest. I don't.
Fair enough. That, sometimes it's just. I mean, I'm the same. I don't have much to say in terms of what's been going on. The Chicago Marathon was this morning.
Very nice.
Did you win?
I did because I did not participate, and that makes me a true winner.
That's the best way to win.
Honestly. I was going to say I won those free tickets to the Wine and Food Festival.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
that's
excited
cool.
for
Check for some cab sobs.
the buoyancy.
So let's begin today by trying to help some people with their problems on this week's Scattered Advice.
It's time for Scattered Advice.
It's time for Scattered Advice, a segment where we pretend like we have everything figured out in life and give you tips on how to navigate difficult situations. The theme for this week is careers. And
Ooh.
I have two posts on Reddit for you guys to weigh in on, both from r/career guidance. Do you say the
Okay.
slash? Do y'all know? I've heard some people just say like R.
I mean, you can.
I'm gonna say it.
I always do.
But I think we're very qualified for this. I think we all have our careers in line.
Oh yeah, my career
Totally.
is going great.
Yeah, mine's
Two of us are still in school.
yeah.
And
Your
one of us is
academic
about to be
careers.
unemployed.
Let's go. I don't know. I thought this would become a fun topic because of that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. First one, the title is Got offered a 40% pay bump to work for my company's competitor. Should I take it? And the post says, my current job is fully remote, but the new job would be in office 5 days a week. After factoring in transportation costs, I'd end up with an extra $1,300 a month, which maybe isn't a whole lot in LA where I live, but then I can pay off my car and start saving towards a house. My girlfriend isn't keen on the switch since the remote job that I currently have allows us to potentially live together, and taking the new job would mean only seeing each other on weekends. I'm kind of at a loss as to what to do. I should also add that I've been at my current company for 15 years. I have a senior position, so it's pretty stable. But maybe it's also time for a change? ?
You could definitely take that job offer into your current company and ask for a raise.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
maybe use that
Yeah.
to your advantage and stay where you are if you have a strong preference for the remote. And then depending on, I don't know, money's not everything. Having a remote job is convenient. And then
Yeah.
being able to live with somebody that you love is awfully nice. So
Yeah. If you could get out of that, like, I agree. Like, you have an offer in hand that's 40% more.
that's a lot.
Yeah. If you could keep that same job and get paid more money, that'd be kind of nice.
Yeah. You might not get you probably won't get the 40% more, but you could.
No, you'll
possibly
get something though.
But even if
Yeah.
it wasn't 40%, he'd probably still make a decent amount since, like, with the traveling costs, he was losing quite a bit of the 40% anyways.
True.
Was it 40% after taking traveling costs into consideration, or 40% before?
Before.
Oh,
Yeah, and then it would be
Yikes.
$1,300 extra take-home money a month.
Yeah.
I mean, my whole question I was thinking of while you were reading that is just how long has he worked there? Because if it's like a couple years, it's fine to move on. 15 years is a long time, and that
15
company
years.
loyalty could like potentially get him like favor in saying, "Hey, I got another offer. Would y'all be willing to meet me in the middle, try to match it?" But the other thing is, I'd say, yeah, lifestyle is a very important factor, and if working from home is good, and like really, if you're like got a job offer and you're like, I'm taking home $1,300 extra a month, and that's not like, oh my gosh, that would change my life type of money. He's making enough money that he can factor in, he can prioritize his lifestyle over that. Because like if I'm taking $1,300 extra a month, I'm dropping no matter what job I've got right now. So
Yeah.
you know how it is.
Yeah.
Definitely relative, for sure.
Yeah. I definitely think the biggest thing is, like, if he prefers the remote lifestyle versus if the money's more important.
Yeah. Sounds like he has some debt to pay off because paying off his car.
Yeah.
So that would be nice.
Just don't do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, just keep it
Just
Keep
forget
the
about
debt.
it.
like an inverse nest egg. Just let it grow in the opposite direction.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
This was actually a theme though. When I was looking at posts for this, for us to look at, work from home came up a lot, and like work-life balance came up a lot. Which brings us to our second post, which is turn down significant raise for work-life balance. Am I crazy? And it
Probably
says,
not.
yeah, I don't think so. We'll see. It says, I work in IT and landed a position that, while it doesn't pay outstanding, we make it work, and the work-life balance and perks are outstanding so far. I like the job and the company, and I feel appreciated here, minus the paycheck. I was pinged by a recruiter who put me in touch with a firm, essentially, that gave me a short interview and dropped a 20% raise on me to come work for them. But I would not be able to work from home, and most everything else is either the same or worse. I feel crazy for turning down such a position, but I'm happy where I am, and I guess I just want to see if anyone else thinks I didn't make a mistake.
I would say if, like, working for that company with the raise, you would have a worse work-life balance, then he definitely made the right decision, because that is like, that affects everything that you do. And so I'd rather have like a good peace of mind than a little bit more money.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, especially starting out in our age, like that's having an opportunity where you are happy with your work-life balance is pretty rare, especially at the start. And I think a lot of people our age would just say, I'm young, I have energy, I'll have a worse work-life balance and earn more money. And then down the line, I can get that work from home type of deal with a better work-life balance. But, down the line, that might just never happen just because, you might not get that opportunity again. So I think having a work-life balance and creating kind of a standard for yourself to have a good work-life balance is good to start out young at the beginning if you can, which not everybody can,
Yeah. I also think it's like the whole like grind set thing for people our age. Like, I have no idea how old this person is, but just talking about people our age, like talking about like grinding really hard at the beginning so that you can like enjoy life later, I feel like is just a really bad way of looking at life, because I guess like for me, I'd rather enjoy life the whole time.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just such an outdated mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like,
That's the mindset of the entire medical field.
I mean, the grind is real for sure. But like, you got to be able to factor in like time to relax during the grind, or else you're just going to have burnout a lot earlier than realistically is like you'd be okay with it,
yeah.
I do think it's a good point though, Talia, that you brought up, that like we are kind of like younger people are kind of prone to see it that way though, and to sort of sacrifice for, you know, like, or like put off that like work-life balance as a benefit in the future. But then it's so easy to just keep pushing it off and pushing it off. And I think the fact that this post exists at all sort of shows how like our culture is not right on that. Like this person is making presumably enough money. Like that didn't seem like an issue from the post. They have a good work-life balance. They have good benefits and everything. And they're still like super conflicted because there's society is like still telling them
You got to make more.
You gotta make more money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I think like Ali said with the last one, like if he has that offer, he could bring it to his superiors and see if they would be able to give him a raise. 'Cause, I mean, it never really hurts to ask for a raise unless you have horrible bosses, I guess.
Yeah.
But if he
Just
likes
don't
the
ask for
job,
time off.
if he likes the job, like I feel like his bosses are probably pretty good. So
All right. Well, now that we have imparted our sage wisdom upon the world, I think it's time to get creative with Scattered Pitch.
Great ideas? We got them. This is Scattered Pitch.
Welcome to Scattered Pitch, the segment where 4 of this generation's brightest minds are not on this podcast, so the 4 of us come up with stuff instead.
Okay. I think the Ariana Grande thing that's gonna make
that
some
was
money.
pretty funny.
That was awesome.
No, it's not supposed to be funny.
Oh,
it's
I'm
very
sorry.
serious.
It was
and it's
so-
gonna make money.
It was
Yeah, super
gravely serious. I'm going to give you guys a prompt, and you have to come up with something that fits the criteria. So for this week's Scattered Pitch, we're getting out of this world, literally. Here's the prompt. It's a few hundred years in the future, and mankind has begun to colonize the moon. The moon's lower gravity has made the play of traditional sports impossible. The head of the newly formed Lunar Sports League, or LSL, has tasked you with coming up with a new competitive game that takes advantage of the moon's unique terrain and gravity that will entertain current lunar residents while also enticing Earth dwellers to make the move to the colony. Your sport must have a name, have win and loss conditions, and take advantage of or incorporate the moon's low gravity.
Can we incorporate moon shoes?
Moon shoes.
The moon shoes, like the early 2000s
Oh, yeah.
ads all over kids.
How did those
TV.
work?
I think they were just bouncy shoes.
Did they actually bounce? Like, I never understood how they bounced. Were they just really like...
I don't know.
They have like stretchy bands, and then you put your feet in the stretchy bands, and then
Yeah.
kind of.
There
Recycled
must
braces.
have been some. What?
What?
Well, you know the rubber bands that people had for braces.
Someone found a good use for them.
I had those. Those were terrible.
They put those in my mouth after one of my orthodontist appointments,
And
and they were
Tony
like,
said no.
"Yeah, dude." I got out to my car, I took them out, never touched them again. I said, "That is way too uncomfortable. Not happening."
They were pretty bad. Did you ever have the springs, any of you? Those are even worse.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. Like, you know, it'd be like where the rubber band would go, like kind of like from one brace to another, but it was like a metal spring.
You're built like a ballpoint
That
pen,
sounds-
dude. What the heck?
What? I don't even understand that insult.
It just mean I
No.
have a lot of mechanisms. Like,
No, it's just because like back in school, we used to take apart ballpoint pens, and there was a little spring on the inside.
Oh.
Got him, Tony.
Yeah, I got. Oh, well, it's supposed to be an insult. It's supposed to be like, ha.
Okay. Sports.
make a moon sport.
Do we want a ball to be involved?
Oh yeah.
I'd like a ball. We could do multiple balls.
I'm
That's true.
immediately thinking of like a basketball type thing, but multiple balls could be like a dodgeball type thing as well.
And with moon shoes.
Because you can dodge like low gravity, you can jump high.
What if we did something like rhythmic gymnastics with balls? So we can incorporate being like in the air because of the gravity.
I
Okay.
would be interested in that.
Okay, so they have to like
With
strike
moon
they have to
shoes.
leap into the low gravity air and
Mhm.
strike a pose halfway there and then land it.
I feel like there should
And
be
there's
more,
also
but
a
that's a good
ball.
start.
Well,
Yeah.
that's how you start. That's how you start.
Okay. Oh, okay, wait. It's like a combination of synchronized swimming with balls. So you throw the balls up, and then you have to, like, jump through the balls or something, and your team... I don't know. I'm seeing images. I can't
Like very
say the
choreographed?
images.
Yes, choreographed.
Yeah.
Choreographed.
Pre-choreographed.
All right. I like
So
that.
you
I like
launch a ball.
Do you smell the burning? Doesn't it smell like burning?
It does smell like burning.
What the heck?
Hold on. Pause the podcast real quick. Let me check. It really does smell
that.
like
Scattered fire.
Just all of a sudden, it just, like, hit my nose. All right.
We are
back,
safe.
Back to
Nice.
the scattered pitch and our rhythmic gymnastics ball sport on the moon.
Shoes.
All right, moon shoes, rhythmic gymnastics. They're jumping, they're posing in midair, and they've got to go through a ball, a hoop. They got to go through a hoop.
Maybe some
Or what?
hoops.
They could.
So I
And
have
there's
a
also
question.
balls.
Is it kind
Ask
of
away.
like, are you going for, something like BMX or something where you do different spins or whatever, you get more points, or how are you like scoring this?
The same way synchronized swimming is and rhythmic gymnastic is.
Yes.
So judges.
combined. So
Yeah, probably
judges,
judges,
a
right?
judge panel
A judge
Okay.
on the
panel.
Judge
difficulty
panel.
and the synchrony and the execution.
Okay.
And
All right.
the moon shoes.
Yeah.
Allie really wants the moon shoes in there.
Yeah, because I really figure it's like, well, honestly, they should add a category for style too. Because
Oh, yeah. Oh,
there's
yeah.
not just one kind of moon shoes. There's got to be more,
Mhm.
and the rest of your fit. Like
So
we're
true.
talking like some type of spacesuit type deal. Like we're in the future, so there's
Mhm.
a cooler spacesuit. But like now that it's a cool spacesuit, Brody's got to look good out there, dude.
Mhm.
So we need that style of fashion as well. That's a bonus category maybe
I like
for
it.
bonus points.
Drip.
I like that.
It affects your playoff seed, maybe something like that. Who knows?
Nice.
Or it could be like a tiebreaker or something like that,
So, are
Uh-huh.
they jumping from like a elevated platform into the ground, or are they jumping from the ground to the ground, or from the ground?
It's
to a
not just
platform?
one jump. I would say, like, it's a routine of jumps and
Okay.
poses
So it's like a
and
dog show. for other humans.
synchronization. A dog
Have
show?
you ever seen rhythmic gymnastics or synchronized swimming? It's like that.
I've seen like synchronized diving, like where two people dive at the same
You've
time.
never seen synchronized swimming?
No.
It's like in the group of
I see what
swimmers
the confusion
get in the
is.
pool and they all, like, say they all do
Oh,
a
okay, yeah,
handstand.
for sure. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then rhythmic gymnastics is like the gymnastics where they use like ribbons and hoops.
And balls.
So it's fake gymnastics.
You can't say
It's
that.
not.
I'm
Fake
just kidding. I'm just
gymnastics.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
What?
They can
It's
like
just
catch
a
a
color
ball
guard?
with their legs upside down. It's really cool.
It is pretty cool. One of my
Okay.
friends used to do it.
All right, so what's the sport called?
Lunar.
Mm.
That's my word choice.
Okay,
Next
we got
person.
Good contribution.
What do you have? No. Do you ever get excited that your cat has a toy and then it drops the toy? Can you hear him meowing?
Yeah.
Occasionally, yeah.
I think we should combine the words rhythmic and synchronized into one word.
Rhyth sync. No.
Sync rhythm.
sync thighs.
Sync thighs.
Sync thighs.
sync
Sync
thighs.
Sync them? Moon shoes trademarked.
So is this more like this is on the gymnastics side?
Yeah. It's on the more like flexibility, agility side.
Synchronized gravitational gymnastics. The SGG, as
That's
the cool
not bad.
kids call it in high school.
Ravmastics? Lunar Ravmastics?
I like that.
Okay.
In parentheses with moon shoes trademarked?
Yes.
Hell,
Sponsored by
Because the
Moon
moon
Shoes.
shoes are going to be a sponsor. And obviously the style.
It's like the cleat.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
better because it's a moon shoe.
I think
Exactly.
this is leading into a multi-million-dollar industry.
Of course.
We need franchise teams from all the parts of the world, not just like, because the moon is like everybody's domain at this point. Like, we got this.
Mm-hmm. And the good thing about this sport is that, one, it can be a show for people who are like very good at it, very agile, and not stretchy,
Flexible?
flexible. Yeah, that's
Stretchy.
the word. Agile and
Stretchy.
flexible. But it can also be advertised like a trampoline park where just the random Joe can come and give it a few shots, try out with the team, and just have fun. Because everybody's going to have fun on the moon, of course.
Nice.
Yeah.
Strap on some moon
It's-
shoes and just bounce around.
Exactly.
I think the
I like it.
trampoline park is a good comparison.
Honestly, I'm not stretchy enough to do all that, but
Stretch.
No.
But you
I'll
could
watch.
give it a shot.
I'll watch.
You could bounce around.
I have
I'll bounce
hyper
around.
flexible joints. I'm gonna be a natural.
I don't. I feel like that would be fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
I think that would be really fun to watch.
NASA's working on it right now.
Oh, yeah. They're listening in
Yeah.
on this conversation.
Space
The
Force.
NASA CEO is already like adding commissioner of gravmastics over here to his
Lunar
Twitter.
gravmastics?
Lunar gravmastics to his Twitter handle. So
After flexing our creative muscles, it's always nice to take a moment to take stock of how we're feeling mentally and physically. So let's do that with scattered self-care.
This is Scattered Self-Care to ward off the looming despair.
Scattered self-care is the part of the show where we take time to talk about our own well-being and things we can do to maintain and improve it one little bit at a time. So I thought we could start by checking in on some goals from last week. Allie, on the last Scattered Self-Care, you mentioned that you wanted to do more of your shoulder PT exercises. How's that going?
I did not do those, but I did do regular exercise. I did
Okay.
I did 2 3-mile walks.
Oh,
and then I
nice.
played 2 hours of volleyball, and I did an hour of gardening, and then I played a soccer game. So
was
a
it
lot of
competitive
exercise.
gardening?
No, but we were
Tony
like on
question.
our hands and knees digging. So
That's
Nice.
great, though. That's
You're
a lot
just
of exercise.
competing against
Yeah, that's cool.
worms.
there were a lot of them.
What were you gardening?
We were replanting our medicinal garden that's right outside the school.
Oh,
The
no,
weed
there's no
garden?
weed, unfortunately. I asked, but it's just a bunch of like herbs and flowers and plants that historically have been used medicinally.
Hmm.
So it's just
Nice.
kind of a fun educational. Little
Wait, so like what?
website.
What's or is there any that we would know that's like a common
Yeah.
herb?
Yeah, there's lavender, there's lamb's ear, there's chamomile, there's, I think thyme is in there,
Nice.
mint. Do I know the function of any of these? No. I just know in some capacity they're medicinal.
do you get to use them if you want to?
Yeah, if you want to, you can walk by and just pick anything you want, especially the mint. The mint always overgrows, so.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
I can tell you what mint's for. Is they use it in toothpaste
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I guess does that technically count as medicinal? Because
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really medicine, but it's hygiene.
Health, yeah.
All right. So Tony, have you been waking up at the same time every day?
Yeah. So what happened was I
Excuses already.
no.
Wow.
So my sleep schedule was like really off and kind of like to 2 a.m. Like I would just stay up until 2 a.m. every night. And day one, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wake up at 9 a.m. every day this week, and it was rough the first day. And then the second day, I tried again, and I was like, this just really isn't working out because then I'm not gonna be able to function today. But later on, I was able to get out of bed by 10 a.m. every single day. So I didn't really like wake up because I did have like a reason to get up. So I shot up a couple mornings, but other mornings I was just like rolling out of bed kind of calmly. So it wasn't like officially waking up, getting up at the same time, but I'd say like I had like a 45% success rate.
It's not
That's
bad.
And I think in
That's pretty
general,
good.
it'll, if I keep doing that this week, I think I'll be able to get a better sleep cycle going, which I think will be beneficial to my energies throughout the day.
Nice.
True.
Yeah, I've tried to like adjust my sleep schedule before, like really quickly like that, and it's just not doable.
Yeah,
Because
it's
like
really
you said,
difficult.
it's just so tiring. You kind of have to do it like 10-15 minutes each day, like move it in
Yeah.
whatever direction. Otherwise your
Yeah.
body's just like hating you.
Mhm. Yeah.
Speaking of, things bodies don't like. Talia, how's the exercise going?
I doubled my success rate from last week, meaning I
Nice.
did push-ups 2 days of the week.
Let's go.
I
Let's
was
go.
set on doing a lot more, and then I was tired, and I got home late, and I didn't do it.
Preach.
So, but
That's
I did
fair.
10 push-ups on Sunday night and 10 push-ups on Monday night. And I
Nice.
do yoga at work every day. We have 2 p.m. yoga, and we just stretch a little
That's cool.
bit for 10 minutes. Nothing crazy, but it's nice to just move after sitting around at my desk for 8 hours. So, yeah.
Nice. Have y'all ever been to yoga classes before? I did one once, and it was
Yeah.
Hell no.
it did not work for me.
I really-
sit there and
I
it was
really
more
enjoy yoga.
meditative than stretchy. The one I went to, and I was kind of like my brain just couldn't calm down.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I love yoga
It doesn't
class.
vibe with me.
You've never tried it.
Dog, I can't freaking touch my toes at all.
Well,
It's
that's what
You don't
yoga's for,
have
to
to.
help you get there.
I don't know.
Stretching is really important for health, so.
You know what? I wouldn't want somebody like Tony at my yoga class regardless, so it's probably best you don't.
Wow. I will say on the self-care front, I've been doing I've had mixed success this past week. So I didn't do my little evening intermittent workout stuff as often, but I did succeed when I did do it in adding in some sit-ups to my push-ups.
There you go.
Nice.
Kind of taking the bad with the good on that one.
Yeah.
I picked this game back up that I haven't touched in a long time, and it's this, just for a few minutes, a couple nights a week, and it's called Townscaper, and it literally is just one button. You move your little stick around, you choose your color, and you place little stuff down on a grid. You don't even choose what it looks like; it'll just do it for you based on what's around it, and you just build little island towns, and it's so methodical.
So it's like Sims, but you don't actually have to think.
Yeah, it's ultra simple, and it'll based on the shape of the little tile you put it down on, and what else you put around it, it'll change. So if you do a little circle, it'll put grass in a courtyard and stuff like that. It's so you kind of play more and get an idea of oh, well, if I do this, it makes an awning or a pillar. But it's just so there's no, you can't lose. You just put stuff down and make a pretty little town. It's kind of methodical and nice. I realized that really helped me kind of de-stress, because when I finish one thing that I really needed to do, I'm okay, what's the next thing? But sometimes I just gotta calm.
Yeah, just do something that doesn't have a set deadline that you can just do for enjoyment.
Yeah. No, it was good. I think it's important to have little things like that, whether it's a game or a book or a show or, just whatever that you can do. You can always come back to and just pick up for a little bit, and it'll calm you down. Yeah. Do we want to set any new goals?
I'll make my goal doing push-ups 3 times in the week.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I have a suggestion for Allie. Next week, if you have a
Interesting.
soccer game, I need you to win 18-0. Okay, that's my
I don't know if that fits into
that's my
self-care.
suggestion for it. Well, it's exercise. If she really busts her ass out there, they could do it.
And mentally, she'll feel awesome for getting
So cool.
that much of a dub.
Exactly.
For sure.
What about you, Tony?
Well, yeah. On a serious note, I'll just try to keep waking up at a regular hour and try to stay real productive this week. We have some travel coming up, so just trying to make sure that I take time to relax throughout the week, even though I know I'll be trying to get a lot of stuff done. So yeah,
I'm gonna echo that. I'm pretty busy right now too, so I'm gonna do my best to stay as chill as I can. And then maybe I'll try and add some another sort of exercise. I don't know, a plank or something to my mini regimen at night.
Or squats.
That is also on the list, yeah.
Definitely
Squats is
not.
good.
No, don't do
because
squats.
I'm saying like sit-ups target your
just
abs, push-ups
body
target
weight
kind of
stuff.
everything, and then squats target the lower portion.
Ugh, I hate squats.
I'll never skip
Well,
leg
you
day.
don't
I
have
hate
to do
like
Squats are the
squats
best.
with weights. Yeah, squats with weights sucks.
I prefer squats over lunges, though. I'll be honest. I know I feel like lunges. I don't know which is
Really?
better. I don't know what
I
I'm
think
saying,
lunges
but
are
I
I
like
really
lunges better.
don't like lunges. But that makes me
I
feel
will
like I
second
need to
that.
do more lunges so that they're not as hard. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, the exercises we dislike the most are probably the ones that we should do the most. I have no idea.
I think I haven't gone yet.
Yeah, don't forget about Ali, Sean.
I was
Tony
gonna
made
ask
mine.
Ellie.
That one didn't count.
Yeah. Am I not good enough, Ali? Was
No.
it not good
You're
enough?
not
Ellie,
Ali,
you're
are
not
you?
going to win
Achievable.
18-0?
I don't think that's achievable.
What if
for
she
me.
doesn't want to
Dang,
win?
you don't believe in your
18-0?
team?
Well, I actually don't want to win 18-0. I feel like
That's a
that
lot
would
of
be
goals.
mean. Yeah. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is transition away from exercise as my goal and still do it. But my new goal is to do more hobbies during my free time. Because a lot of times I get home and I'm just really tired and I just want to scroll on my phone. But I feel like I get a lot more enjoyment and also like a different kind of relaxation when I do my hobbies, which I love to do but always put off doing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my
I
goal
like
for
that.
the next week.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because it's still like engaging you on some level, but it's not stressful at all. You know?
Mm.
Whereas I feel like sometimes when I look at my phone too much, it almost like is stressful.
I mean, like the stress of social media can be stressful. I get in like
Maybe
a
not
negative
stressful is not the
mind-
right word, but just like negative, yeah.
Yeah. I get in a negative mind loop when I am on my phone more than I think I should be.
Yeah.
So.
I would
feel
get
that.
like the guilt of like I should be doing something that is earning me money right now, and I'm not. I'm just on Instagram.
Yeah, but you don't
yeah.
need to always be making money, though. You
Hey.
know?
Like
Yeah,
we
get
were
that
saying
grind out of
earlier
your
in the
mind.
pod, I need that grind set.
No, you don't.
That grind is
That's the
staying in
opposite
my
of what
mind,
we were
Sean.
saying.
No, I'm
Uh.
kidding. No, I do need to like work on that myself.
I think
Yeah.
Tony needs to find better hobbies, or not better hobbies, hobbies. I think that should be.
I
something
do have
that,
hobbies. I just don't do them.
Name one of your hobbies.
Exactly.
Photography, gaming,
Name another.
baking,
Name another.
Well, you
writing.
Writing. You should start. You should do one of them again outside of gaming. Like gaming is great, but you get bored sometimes with gaming.
Yeah, I do get bored of gaming.
So I think you should try and pick up a hobby.
I think you need to try different games, Tony. I think you could branch out.
Pay for the game and I'll play it.
Fair
That
enough.
shit
That's
costs
fair.
money. Although we saw Starfield trailer
Oh,
or
yeah,
something
that looks
that I
good.
think we're gonna try that.
Yeah,
That game's
Yeah.
supposed to be really good.
Yeah,
it looks cool. Even Tony's mom was like, "Ooh, that looks fun,"
yeah,
Nice.
which means a
True.
lot coming from his mom. You know.
yeah. I
Tony, your
guess.
mom's a total gamer.
No, she's not really a gamer. Not yet.
She played the Harry
Yeah, that's
Potter
Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts
Hogwarts
Legacy
Legacy.
game though. Not all of it. I don't think even 10%, but
No,
a
just
portion
played
of
some.
it.
Yeah.
Nice. That was some good self-care right there. I didn't mean for that to rhyme.
But it did, and that's always
It did.
fun.
Guys, now that we have given ourselves some care and attention, I want to move on to a fun little game called Scattered Truth. So this is Scattered Truth, a game where I'll provide 2 lies and 1 fact. And my fellow co-hosts will have to guess which one is actually true.
B.
The
I
answer's
stand with
always
Tony
C.
on this
Wrong.
one.
A.
The
Uh,
answer's always
It's either
C.
A, B, or C, or 1, 2, or 3.
We got a 33.
and remember, you guys can ask me for explanations of 2 of them. First round I have for you, I've got 2 rounds. First round is music themed.
Ooh.
Okay. So first potential fact. The largest concert of all time is a tie between Rod Stewart and Jean-Michel Jarre, each attended by an estimated 2 million people.
I've never heard of these people.
Second fact. Mozart sold the most vinyls of any artist in 2016. And the last one. Barbara Streisand is the only artist to have number one albums on the Billboard 200 in 6 consecutive decades?
I'm going to say that I feel like the Mozart one is not true. I feel like 2016 was a big year for a lot of artists, and I think a lot of artists do put out vinyl records. But I also think there was a number of successful films around that time period that would have sold soundtracks. So it might be a trick question that someone like a composer of today sold a lot of vinyls for maybe a soundtrack.
I think it could be a composer of the past, but not Mozart.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because, like, I could believe that, you know?
I mean, it's plausible. It's more plausible than the first one.
Than the 2 million?
Yeah.
The concert of 2 million people?
Yeah, 2 concerts of 2 million people I've never heard of.
Can we get an explanation of that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like an explanation for that one would be good.
The concert?
Yeah, location and year would really help us out.
Have that. I didn't want to put all of that in the...
Yeah.
Okay, so explanation for the largest concert of all time is Rod Stewart's concert took place in Rio in 1994 on New Year's Eve. Jean-Michel Jarre's concert took place in Moscow in 1997 and celebrated the city's 850th anniversary.
2 million is a lot,
That
though.
one feels plausible to
It's
me.
outside.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know what the population of Moscow is, but I feel like it's more plausible to think 2 million people showed up to Rio than for a concert
But
than for
it's for both
Moscow.
of them. It's a tie.
I know, but I feel like it's not actually facts, but it could be true with the explanation. So it could. I didn't say anything like that. I just said it could be false or it could be true, which is what the whole point of the game
name
is.
of the
So
game,
I
maybe?
understand the game. It's scattering my brain. What's the third one? Can you repeat the third one?
The Barbra Streisand one.
Yeah, Barbra Streisand is the only artist to have number one albums on the Billboard 200 in 6 consecutive decades.
Decades. So 60 years. Barbra Streisand.
Mm-hmm.
She's not that old.
Did you say songs or albums?
Albums.
She's been putting albums out for 60 years. I mean,
I feel like
how old is Barbra Streisand?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. She's old. Is she alive?
I really don't know. I
Like,
know
she's got to
her
be
name.
at least in her 80s.
I
70s
couldn't
or
tell you a
80s.
single one of her songs. Music is absolutely not my forte. So
All right. I feel like we can get an explanation for that one.
Okay.
For
And then
Barbara.
Yellow, yeah. And then Yellow
Alright.
the Mozart one.
Barb.
Okay, so Barbra Streisand is an American EGOT-winning singer and actress who first hit number one with her album People in 1964.
Dang, she's older than I thought.
64, 70, 80,
Well, yeah, that would give her at the
90,
time, yes.
1,000.
Tens, 20.
You say Billboard Top 100?
The Billboard 200, just like the
200.
the U.S. album chart.
Was Billboard around in the 60s?
Yes.
I'm going to say that one's
Free
true.
answer. I think it's the 2 million concert one, but I feel like the number could be wrong, but that's my personal choice.
I feel like these are all plausible.
Well, that's the point.
But
I did
but
a
I
good
would
job then, yay.
Yeah, good for you. But I think the Barbra Streisand one is true.
All right, Allie, which one do you think is true?
The Mozart one.
I'd like the concert one to be true. That sounds like a fun time.
It does sound like a
I'd
fun
like
time.
that one.
It's very intimate with the artist.
Yeah,
You guys locking that one in?
sure.
Sure.
Okay, so your vote is for the largest concert of all time being true? Okay,
Cap.
so I can tell you that one is false.
Yes, I win. No, I don't.
You might not be right.
Well,
So
I hope
those
Tony's wrong,
people,
too.
those people are accurate. It is a tie, but they were not attended by 2 million people. They were attended by 3.5 million people.
Whoa.
so 7 million total, unless there's some overlap.
Nice math.
I just have to specify that. You never know.
Did you have to?
That's wild, though. Dang.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
A lot of people.
That is crazy.
Also, I had never heard of Jean-Michel Jarre before. But apparently that dude he's like a French guy, and he has like multiple entries on the like largest attended concerts of all time list.
Did you
He's
listen
got to
to
be doing
his
some like
music?
EDM or some shit.
I did not. He was like a synth pop guy.
Yeah. Synthetic pop. Like electronic music.
Yeah, pop with synths, apparently, essentially. Okay, so that one was false.
The Barbra Streisand one was also false?
Do you want the next false one or the truth?
The
I
truth.
want you to
Either
tell
one-
me that Tony was wrong.
Yes, please let him be.
Okay, the Barbra Streisand one
Oh no.
is true.
Yes! Suck it! Let's go!
And
Why,
the
Sean?
info I have for you on that one is that other artists such as U2, Bruce Springsteen, and Janet Jackson have had #1 albums in 4 consecutive decades, but Streisand beats them all, with her most recent chart topper being Encore, Movie Partners Sing Broadway in 2016. That's pretty wild.
What about the Mozart one? Who was the artist?
Hans Zimmer.
It was Mozart,
Really?
but it was not vinyls, it was CDs.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
It says, so you didn't ask for an explanation for that one, but the explanation is that Universal Music Group released a special like box set commemorating the 225th anniversary of Mozart's death. And then like in the answer, each one of them contained 200 CDs. And each of those counted for a CD sale. So it was like a $500 box set or something like that.
Yeah, so I'll just take the victory there.
Good job,
Don't let it go to your head.
It's already
It's already
there.
there.
dude.
Don't you see the
My
size
ego
of his head?
is
Heck yeah.
my ego is through the roof.
Pentagonal head.
Why is it a pentagon?
You did not just call him a pentagon head.
It's a trapezoid.
Dodecahedron.
It's a nonagon.
Got the
It's okay. I have an
isosceles
egg head. So
Oh,
Her head is the shape of a me.
of a me. You can literally make their heads any shape.
Yeah,
So my head can't
not
be
any
the
shape,
of
but a
me.
lot of.
So that means it can be the shape of a me.
I know, but it can't. Okay. Loser.
And that, my friends, is called flirting, and that's how you get a wife.
All right, well, do you guys want to try your luck at a second round?
Yes, I want to win.
I don't need to try.
I haven't technically won yet.
Well, that could all change.
Probably not.
Hopefully.
If she sides
Okay.
with me, yeah, for sure.
The second round is themed around a place that hopefully, you know, despite its flaws, is near and dear to our hearts. We've all spent a lot of time there for sure. And that is the state of Mississippi.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So, the first potential fact I have for you, the capital, Jackson, Mississippi, is one of the only cities in the world sanctioned to host the International Ballroom Dance Competition.
What an interesting fact.
Okay. Next one. Mississippi's Biloxi Beach is the longest man-made beach in the world. Your third potential fact is in 1974, the world's first heart transplant was performed at the University of Mississippi Medical Center.
True.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's true.
I
Or
don't
wait,
know.
no, they aided it, but I don't know if they actually performed it. Because students from Ole Miss did aid in the first heart transplant, or some sort of transplant. Maybe it's not heart. Brain transplant? I think it's brain transplant.
There have not been successful brain transplants.
No?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's gotta be heart. Whatever, dude.
No, but it's
I'm
good
just
that
trying
you know
to.
that.
Yeah, okay.
Tony needs
Uh,
one.
No, wait.
I feel like it was. I feel like it was in a different country. The first heart transplant.
There's some
Yeah.
sort of big medical achievement that Ole Miss students were involved in, and they put it on the fucking student radio every fucking hour.
I was curious to see how much Allie would know about this one because she's the med student.
I've definitely heard about the first heart transplant, but I thought it was in a different country for some reason. I don't think it was at.
What was the first one? Oh, the
Jackson,
ballroom
yeah, Jackson.
thing.
I
Ballroom
feel like
dance competition.
there's something that Jackson is like one of the only cities in the world, but I don't know if
Ballroom
it's
is an
ballroom
interesting
dancing.
choice.
It is an interesting choice.
And
It's
then there's
unplay.
the Biloxi Beach thingamajig.
That's
I feel
bad.
like that is not.
It's giving me bad vibes.
There's not enough real estate over there.
I feel like it's in New Jersey or something.
Okay.
Jersey Shore.
My votes on
Yeah, I feel like
explan-
Jersey Shore.
my votes on explanations is for 1 and 3.
I'll give you the explanation for the ballroom first. Okay. The 3 other cities approved by the International Theater Dance Committee are Moscow in Russia, Varna in Bulgaria, and Helsinki in Finland.
Why are there so few?
It's an elitist sport, I guess.
Can you say the actual fact one more time?
Yes. Jackson, Mississippi is one of the only cities in the world sanctioned to host the International Ballroom Dance Competition.
By competition, just like this is like the World Cup of international ballroom dancing.
Correct.
I just don't feel like that's true. But
I feel like it's something else weird, but not ballroom dancing.
All right, what's the explanation for the heart transplant thing?
So I'll read you the fact and then I'll give you the explanation. The fact is in 1974, the world's first heart transplant was performed at the University of Mississippi Medical Center. The explanation is Dr. James Hardy and his team transplanted the heart of a chimpanzee into the chest of a dying man where it beat for 90 minutes before stopping.
So not the first successful heart transplant. That's what I'm
Depends on how you
hearing.
define success, I guess.
I think it's ballroom dancing. I feel like it's one of those outlandish things, like you drive into some random town and they just have that.
I
like a
still
sign.
feel like it's the heart transplant one.
It's one of those two.
Watch it not be one of those two, though.
It's not Biloxi doesn't have enough real estate for that. It's not long enough beach.
I don't know how long the beach is, but I bet Sean would have told us if we'd asked for an
You said
explanation.
1 and
It's
3.
true, I
That
would've.
was you.
I had us all vote on it. So it's not just me.
All right, whatever.
Allie, what was your vote?
I don't know. I feel like the ballroom one's fun. I might vote for that one.
All
Yeah,
right.
me and Allie are in agreement.
All right. My.
My.
Let me start over. I will put my vote in with the ballroom. I feel like the heart thing is plausible. So I'm curious to see what the truth is on that one.
Okay. So ballroom dancing is the group vote. That is false.
Yeah, I knew it.
It is Jackson is one of the only cities sanctioned to host the International Ballet Competition.
Oh my goosher papooshers.
Okay.
That
That
Okay.
makes sense with
annoying.
Moscow. and
Yeah,
ballrooms.
that does make
Yeah.
sense with Moscow.
Yeah. The world's first heart transplant one, also false.
Dang.
So the false aspect of that was it wasn't 1974, it was 64. And so
Interesting.
there's a
But it
distinction
was
here
a
between
woman's.
yeah. It was not the first like human heart into another human transplant. I think
Mhm.
that's what you were thinking of when we were talking about that question. But the first like successful any heart, or at least they call it
I mean,
successful.
the successful label
That's what
here
the-
is.
look, I didn't-
broad
He didn't die
use.
because of the heart.
I'm not the one
okay.
defining the success. I'm just giving you
I
the
don't know
info.
if I would.
I will
I
give
mean,
you a
the
bonus
heart-
fact. Dr.
did
James
beat.
Hardy, the same guy who did that, was also he performed the world's first lung transplant the year before, which lasted 18 days.
I'd rather just
Wow.
die than undergo horrible
Yeah.
surgery.
I
I mean,
agree.
he probably wasn't even awake for the full 18 days after the surgery.
It sounds
I don't know.
terrible. So that means that Mississippi's Biloxi Beach is indeed the longest man-made beach in the world.
That just
How long
does
is
not
it?
seem real.
We all agreed that one was wrong.
It contains that was funny. It contains almost 13 miles of raised coastal land and stretches from one side to the other, 26 miles from Biloxi to Henderson Point.
Jeez.
That's not true. That's cap. It's definitely international ballroom dancing, guys. I think I was right. I'm taking a victory right there.
Rewriting history.
Yeah.
And I guess we can all go listen to Jean-Michel Jarre.
Yeah, check out
Jean-Jean.
Jean-Michel.
Jean-Michael Jarre.
I don't think he needs
Jean-Michel.
any help.
Shout out.
Yeah,
my
I think
guy.
he's probably doing okay.
Well, I am curious as to what his music sounds like.
Oh
Oh, wait, I forgot it was-
I kind of am too. Thank you for that, Tony. That was
So
awesome.
good.
Thank you.
Please leave that in.
New. What's it called? Not section. New. segment on
New segment ideas?
Scattered Cast.
Scattered beatboxing.
I'm gonna give up with what I'm trying to say.
No,
Words aren't
power
coming.
through. I want to know.
I was just saying a new segment on Scattered Cast is whatever Tony was doing.
Beatboxing?
Beatboxing.
Scattered music making.
Scattered.
That's pretty good.
Scattered.
It was a little auto tune,
Right.
like scattered. You know.
Oh my god!
That sounded very like a whimpering little puppy.
A
Okay.
whimpering little puppy.
That's what it
Thank
sounded
you.
like. I mean, is that what you were going for?
I don't think so.
How do you imitate auto tune, dude? Like, I don't know.
You don't. It's auto tune.
That's the point.
Just
I was
play
just
in
trying to.
tune.
Damn, flaming me.
It was really bad. I'll be
All right,
honest.
Mr. Ballpoint.
Allie, it's your turn.
Let's hear it, Allie.
Wiki word.
Oh, what?
I think she had the best one, to be.
And that brings us to the end of episode 3. To all you scatterbrains out there, we thank you very much for listening to some chatter to scatter your brain in boredom with us, the Scattercast. You can find us on most major platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at the Scattercast. I'm Sean, and I have been your host today.
I'm Talia.
I'm Tony. I wasn't the host today.
And I'm Allie.
Also not the host today.
Nice.
Also not the
Neither was
host today.
Talia.
None of us were the hosts except Sean,
A little
That's
bit.
true.
who
yeah.
was in fact the host today.
I think he did host today.
I think I did. All right. And that's all we got for you. Tune in next time for more scattered thoughts.
Calculated.
With JB.
That's so
The Scattercast.